All right, I'm going to talk about how you can add some music to your videos. So in YouTube. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here. I'm in YouTube Studio. I'm logged in with my Google account, and we're in the dashboard where we can see information, an overview of our videos. Remember, there's content where you can actually edit your videos, and we're going to come back to that in just a second. I'm going to go down to the audio library. The audio library has music and also sound effects that we can use in our video. One great thing about this is they are you have a license to use them. So one of the problems you have with music in your video is that somebody might have the copyright to the music. So if you just grabbed Bruno Mars, for example, one of his songs and used it in your video, Bruno Mars could sue you and could tell YouTube to tell you to make you take down that video. Now, a lot of times what they'll do in YouTube is they'll let you keep that video as long as Bruno Mars or his publisher gets to keep the money from that, from advertising. So, but it's something you don't want to run the risk of. So YouTube has this great audio library that's, all of these are licensed for use, and so you can use these without worrying about copyright violations. So here's some right here. For example, here's something called Space Age Hustle. Here's something called Bay Street Billionaires. Here's something called West Bad. So you can play those things, and you can move along with them down at the bottom. You can move them forward or backwards. One thing I like to do here is I like to filter the library. I come up here and I can filter it, for example, by genre. And I can say, okay, let's do pop. And I'm going to apply that. And so now you're looking at all the pop music that they have available. And look at this. There's just like 252 of 30 per page, 252 pages just of pop music. So there's a ton of music out here. So, so here's one, and you can actually star these. Here's one I'll star. I already starred, called Oh My. You can play it a little bit. Here's one called, let's say, Sunset Dream. I've already started that one, actually. How about Blue Dream? Let's listen to it. All right, I'm just going to go with that one. And we're going to add this to a video. So look right here. Here are all the ones I've starred. So Blue Dream is one I've just starred. We'll try to use it for the background of one of my videos. By the way, there's cool sound effects you can do, like kids playing, cars driving by. You can put those in your videos as well, train whistles. So those are kind of fun to do. But what I'm going to do now is go back to content, and I'm going to find the video that I would like to add the music to. So I think I've got one down here. This one right here, test and zoom. How about that? Let's see what we've got with test and zoom. So I'm going to click here for the details or to edit it. And here I've got the editor on the left-hand side, so I'm going to click here and I go into the YouTube editor. Now, remember, it's got my video here. It's got my narration here. That's me talking. That's the audio. I can do other things, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to add plus here to add a track. And when I do, it gives me the audio files, the audio library that we had earlier. Since I've already gone down there and played with it, I know that I can go to the starred ones and I can find the one I want. For example, here's Blue Dream. I know how it sounds, and so I'm going to go ahead and grab that one by clicking Add right here. So now notice it added it here. Blue Dream is my soundtrack. So here's my video, here's my audio, me talking, and here's the audio that is the soundtrack. Now, remember, I can move this along to preview my video, and so I'm just going to leave it at the beginning. I'm going to listen to how this sounds. Well, my music's playing. Now I'm talking here in just a second, but you can't hear me, and that's because the mix is not correct. So I'm going to pause this right here. You can start and pause right here, as well as move this along. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to adjust the mix level. Now, these audio files are pretty loud, so I'm going to bring it pretty far down. Let's see if it's loud enough. So now I'm going to play. It's going to take it a second, but it's going to play from this point. Let's see how it sounds. Screencast-O-Matic. So we're going to kind of see if there's much difference between these two and exactly what. Okay, so I'm going to bring it down a little more. Some of these are really loud tracks, and so you may have to bring them. You might have to play around with them and find a quieter track to get it to work right. Let's see.
differences might be. So I'm trying to get the corners here. It should be there.
Okay. So then once you're done with that, I'm going to
be-
pause this and I can save that, and it should automatically. Let me tell you this: it'll save the original version, so you can revert anytime you want to. If you don't like what your music was later on, you can revert it back. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and save it. It may take it a while. It says video being processed. Please check back later. But now it should have the music behind it.